The rise of the folk instrument, Song, Yuan, Ming, and Qing Dynasties. In the Song Dynasty, 960-1279, and Yuan Dynasty, 1279-1368, as opera and vocal art progressed, musical instruments which accompanied opera music were advanced and improved accordingly. The opera band appeared in rich formation, composed of such instruments as flute, drums, and clappers. Some of these musical instruments would perform solos. In the Song Dynasty and Yuan Dynasty, the solo performances were typically those played in the teaching school music, Jiao Fang music, of the royal court. The major instruments played included the aerophones of double-reed oboe, Sheng, free-reed mouth organ with finger holes, panpipes, and ocarina, the string instruments of pear-shaped lute, pai-pa, Chinese harp, 25-stringed zither, and Ji zither, a kind of zither which is said to be invented by Ji Kang, a famous Chinese literatus, and percussion instruments of clapper, cymbal, Korean tambourin, a long drum used by the Korean ethnic group, bass drum, jia drum, and pellet drum. In the band, bowed string instruments began to replace the pear-shaped lute and take on important roles. Among them, the development of she fiddle, horsetail fiddle, and others assumed special significance in the history of Chinese musical instruments. In the Ming Dynasty, 1368-1644, and Qing Dynasty, 1644-1911, Chinese musical instruments and the art of musical instruments reached the summit of prosperity. In terms of solo-performed instruments, ancient 7-string zither was still the key instrument in the circle of literati music. Many literati not only advocated the study of zither, but also compiled the zither melodies handed down from ancient times into composition collections. There were also different schools of ancient 7-string zither performance. Meanwhile, the pear-shaped lute also received great development. Not only did a great deal of famed pear-shaped lute performers emerge, but a multitude of different schools of performances in various places also came into being. As for the ensemble of musical instruments, the cheerful, fast-paced style of wind and percussion music, which was prevalent in the local society in the north, and the splendid, elegant silk and bamboo music in the regions south of the Yangtze River added radiance and beauty to each other.